Hello everyone, I am Praveen BR, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, teaching you microcontroller lab programs for 5th semester Electrical and Electronic Engineering students. If you belong to 2018 scheme, then the subject code is 18EEL57. If you belong to 2017 scheme, then the subject code is 17EEL57. Today, let us study a program regarding assembly language program. So what is the program titled? It is code conversion programs. Under code conversion programs, let us study how to write an assembly language program to convert a packed BCD number which is placed in the memory location 9000H into two ASCII numbers which are placed in 9001 and 9002. So let us first learn what do you mean by packed BCD. Packed BCD is defined as a BCD number. A BCD number are the numbers which are represented in terms of zeros and nines are called as BCD. Packed BCD is if you're representing the most significant bit and the least significant bit in terms of zeros and nines, then they are called as packed BCDs. So here I take a packed BCD number and I am going to convert that packed BCD into its two ASCII numbers. The first ASCII number is stored in the first number, that is the most significant bit of the ASCII number is stored in the 9001 memory location, and the least significant bit of the ASCII number is stored in 9002 memory location. So let us start with the program. How do we start the program? Double click on Microvision software icon which is there on the desktop. This is the screen which appears. There are three screens that are there. One is called the project window, one is called the editor window, and the other one is called build output window. We are going to type the program in the editor window. The output is checked in the build output window and the target is created in the project window. So let us start with the program. Step 1. In the menu bar, there are many options. You have to click the fourth option, that is project. So here I will, step 1, I'll click on project. As soon as I click on project, I get many options again. I choose the first option, new Microvision project. So I click on new Microvision project. I get a dialog box. In this dialog box, I write here as ASCII because I'm converting a packed BCD into ASCII. So I write the file name here as ASCII and click on the save button. In this, it asks me to device, it asks me to choose device, and it asks me to choose the vendor. So under the vendor, I choose microchip. Under the device, I choose AT89C51ED2. So this is the chip which I am going to choose. Why do I choose this particular chip? Because for Keel Microvision, this is the chip which is going to support for the 8051 microcontroller program. So I choose AT89C51ED2 and click on OK. It asks me to copy the startup.A51 file. This file is used when we are using either ISP programmer external software where we have to copy the image of the file, whatever we have created, to the another software. Since we are not using any other software other than Keel Microvision here, we need not copy the image. So we click on no. So as soon as I click on no, we can see that in the project window, a target has been created. Step 2. Again, I go to the file option in the menu bar. I click on new. The editor window enables. Here I am going to type the program. Here I am going to type the program. So what is the program that I am going to type? First line org00h. So I am starting from origin. Next, short jump 30h. So what does this do? From the memory location 00h, it goes to 30h memory location. Next, org 30h. So what does this instruction do? It again originates from 30h memory location. Now, where have I stored the data? In 9000h memory location. So who points towards 9000h memory location? It is DPTR who points towards 9000 memory location. So if I have to store 9000 in DPTR, I say move DPTR comma hash 9000h. So this instruction stores 90 in DPH and 00 in DPL such that the data pointer is going to point towards the external memory location 9000h. The data that is present in 9000h is brought to the accumulator. So I say move x a comma at the rate of dptr. What does this instruction do? This instruction is going to move the data from 9000h memory location to the accumulator. Next, I require this data once again. So I use move R1 comma A. So what does this instruction do? The data that is present in the accumulator is also moved to R1. Why? Because one time I'm going to use the data for the least significant bit. One time I'll use the same data for most significant bit. Hence I say move R1 comma A. Now I have to mask the most significant bit and I have to keep only the least significant bit. So what do? I am going to perform the AND operation ANL. ANL of what? I am performing the AND operation of the data that is present in the accumulator with hash 00fh. This data is going to mask the least significant bit. Next, I will get the result that will show the data as the most significant bit will be there and the least significant will be masked. So whenever I say swap instruction, swap, the data that is present in the accumulator, the least and the most significant bits get swapped with each other. So I get the data. That data, whatever I have got, will be stored in the next memory location. So which is the next memory location? I say increment dptr. So this instruction is going to go to 9001h memory location. I have to store the data present in the accumulator in 9000h memory location, 9001h memory location. So I say move x at the rate of dptr comma a. So the data that is present in the accumulator will be moved to the memory location that is pointed by data pointer. Next, this instruction is over. Next, I have to go to the most significant bit, that is the MSB. Where do I have the number? It is there in R1. So I will once again say move A comma R1. So the data that is present in R1 will be moved to accumulator. Now I perform AND operation. When I perform AND operation, I get AND A comma hash 0F0. The difference between 00F and F0, F will mask the most significant bit. So here the most significant bit will be masked. So whenever we are masking the most significant bit, I get only the least significant bit. So we are going to do add A comma, that is the accumulator data is going to be added with 30H. That answer will be stored in accumulator. Once again, I'm going to increment data pointer. After incrementing the data pointer, I am going to move the data present in the DPTR to accumulator. So this ends the program. So I'll write end. So this is how you write the instruction. So we'll select the complete program and we are going to use the tab. Now I have to save the program. How do I save it? Go to the file, go to the save as in the file. Here I type ascii.asm. So ascii.asm indicates that you are saving the file in the extension file assembly language. .asm is the extension file for the assembly language. I press save. The opcodes are indicated in blue color, data is indicated in red color, and registers are indicated in green in color. So now let us set the crystal frequency. How do we set the crystal frequency? In the project window, right click on target 1. After right clicking on target 1, choose options for target. Here by default the xtal frequency, xtal is crystal frequency, will be 33. I overwrite here as 11.0591. I'll go in the same window for the next two tabs, that is the output tab. I check that here the create hex file is not checked. So I click on it by checking it and I click on OK. Next, I have to link this file to the given project. So I expand the target 1. I get source group 1. I right click on source group 1. I choose add existing file to the group. Here I go to the files of the type. I choose ASM file. Over here I get ascii.asm. I click on add only once and click on close. Now I can check here that the program has been added. So let us check whether there are any errors in my program. So you can observe in the build output, as soon as I click on translate window, it shows that there are no errors, there are no warnings. Again, I click on build, which links the hexa file to this project. Finally, I conclude the compiling by clicking on rebuild. Now, in the menu, I click debug. Under debug, I click start stop debug. It asks me to click OK. It takes me to the screen. In the output window, you can see here memory. I click on memory. Under memory, I write over here X, which indicates that I am using external memory. The memory location I'm choosing is 9000H. I put an enter. I enter a number like 98. So for a given packed BCD 98, you get two numbers. One is 39 and the other one is 38. Here, after swap, I have to add a comma hash 30h. So let us check. The debug. Under 9000, I write 98 and I'll start with the program. So what is the first step in my program? My DPTR will be pointing towards 9000. The data present in 9000 is brought to the accumulator. The same data will be brought to register R1. You are ANDing over here, that is 98 was ANDed with 0F. You get 08. So here I'll take F0 and here I'll take 0F because F0 will mask the lower bit. So let us do it again. Go to debug, start stop debug. I'll write it as 98. The data pointer is pointing towards 9000. The data present in 9000 is brought to the accumulator. I am ANDing here. I get 90. 90 is swapped. I get 09. 09 is added with 30. You get 39. You increment data pointer to 9001. You store that answer here. Again, from register R1, I bring it to the accumulator. I AND it with 0F. I get 08. I add 30 to it. I get 38. To 9002 memory location. I store the answer in the required place. So this is how we are going to convert a packed BCD 98 into two ASCII numbers 39 and 38. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.